Thank you. As the CEO of the VRC, I'm very proud to be leading the world's largest member-based racing club, and of course the home to a very special race, the Melbourne Cup, and the carnival that surrounds that. Well, we had a superb Melbourne Cup and Melbourne Cup Carnival last year, mainly because we had a brand new marketing and experience strategy that was really targeted, and it was focused on the under 40s that I wanted to share with you today. At the VRC, and I talked about it this morning, we have a really clear purpose, and that's to celebrate the horse and the special connection between human and horse with all. And a very clear vision, and that's to be a leader in world-class racing and experiences. These are not words on a page, they inform our decision-making and our strategy, and frankly, how we present ourselves in all of our marketing, irrespective of who we want to talk to. We always use our equine athletes in our creative. It reinforces our purpose and it strengthens our social licence. And here's just an example of Efficient and Serpentine, who are ex-Australian racehorses and now living legends and official ambassadors to the VRC. So before I talk to you about the actual marketing and experience strategy, let's take a look at the carnival that was last year.
Hello and welcome everybody.
This is completely unrivaled in the world of horse racing.
One of the great sporting weeks on the planet.
The crowd, they're enjoying every corner of the Flemington racecourse. You can feel the excitement, the tension in the air.
Ritchie's tenth, there's 3/4 of the corner. Observers holding them. He's the stronger. He's the winner. Observer won the derby.
So many storylines set to unfold, and it all happens over 3,200 metres.
And I was dancing too.
Half Yours takes the lead from Goody Two Shoes. Middle over
So I was dancing too.
Half Yours is coming clear for Jamie Carr for the Tough Devil. Half Yours, the history maker, won the Lexus Melbourne Cup by 3 lengths.
You were dancing. And I was dancing too.
Another star turn from Via Sistina.
Just won the Melbourne Cup.
Welcome to the club. Pretty special stuff, hey? So you may or may not have noticed in that video the burgeoning presence of the younger customer. And our data has been telling this for some time, that new fans and younger customers are coming back to the track. We're seeing it, and my fellow Australian club CEOs are seeing it. The Everest, Cox Plate, Caulfield Cup. So we've really doubled down on that this year and went about with this new experience and marketing strategy to build an authentic relationship with new fans. Here's our strategy wheel. I won't go through it all, but a new precinct layout was vital. We wanted to bring everyone to the track. We wanted to create that festival vibe and create that social cohesion and make sure everybody was having fun. So we returned Fashions on the Field to the front lawn. We created a magnificent new music precinct at the end of the Flemington Straight, and it really created that party atmosphere. We had clear audience segmentation. Our marketing focused just on under 40s. We doubled down on digital when we looked at our channel marketing mix. We integrated and collaborated with our partners who already had authentic relationships with the under 40s. We took advantage of the fact that we produce our broadcast content and that we reach 220 countries and territories around the world. And we took advantage of the fact that we go to 43 different places in Australia and the US to tell our story about the Cup in schools and communities to start building grassroots relationships. And finally, we let music do the talking. So let me just dive into 2 or 3 of these because they were probably the most important in terms of our success. Gone are the days where you have one TVC and you spray and pray and you just use television. You have to be really clear on who you are chasing in terms of your audience segmentation and have the right content and channel mix strategy for each. And I'm not talking just demographics. I'm talking attitudes and psychographics. So you've got your core sports and racing fans. Then you've got your big eventers who just want to go to hang out with their mates. Then you've got people who are in love with beauty and fashion, so they're lifestyle fashionistas. Then you've got young families who want an affordable day out, and then of course our members. We only spoke to those 5. And then we created a media mix that was relevant for each of those segments, with an overarching focus on under 40s. So if the under 40s were there, we were there. That meant we were on TikTok, that meant we were on Instagram, that meant we were on KO, that meant we were on Spotify, etc. And we used an AI agency to map on a daily basis our ticket sales and which one of the platforms was working for each of those target audiences to make sure we drove ROI. And we collaborated with our mates and our partners. Tab are our wagering partner in Australia. They got a great relationship with the under 40s. I talked this morning about how we created new spaces just for the young at heart, and that's the Tub Clubhouse. They also created Australia's largest lunch leading up to Melbourne Cup Day and convinced 400 pubs and clubs around Australia to hold a Melbourne Cup lunch. And we had more than 30,000 people enjoying them, and it not only increased the awareness and engagement for us, but the turnover lifted for Tab by more than 10%. And then finally, music. So like Fliss, we've always invested in music. I think we have over 200 artists playing during the races and after the races. But this year we wanted to go big. We wanted to finish the carnival with a huge artist at the end of the race day, and thanks to the Victorian Government and Racing Victoria, we got globally renowned, Grammy-nominated DJ Fisher to play after the last. I was really nervous because I thought we'd get a bunch of 21-year-olds in festival gear arriving after the races. Well, I was wrong. We had 65,000 people coming on the coldest November day in 113 years. 20,000 of them had never been to the races before. They all dressed up to go to the races. They came early. They enjoyed the day of world-class racing. We named race 3 after Fisher. Now that meant Fisher arrived early, so he could mingle with the punters when his race was on. And he drank with the winners in the winners bar. And he loved the experience so much that he live streamed to his 2.5 million social followers. It was a huge success. Let's have a look at the video. Oh, don't tell me you didn't.
King and kick won't give in. Digs in for the fight and wins. Joe Wolf off the canvas and Pericles. Joe Wolf. Another star turn from Via Sistina.
Here we go, over off to the racing. Walking around with the Fisher on it.
Fisher stakes, they're ready and away they go.
What number is it?
To the front, 100 metres to go from De Bergerac and Big Swinger, and it's needs some luck for Jamie. Needs some luck, won it.
Just want to say the Fisher Stakes is here to stay. Let's go, baby! Every year we're back. Fisher Stakes, bigger and better than ever.
Needless to say, Fisher's coming back for the next 5 years, hopefully. So to wrap it up, a targeted marketing and experience strategy, a strategy that pushes everyone down to the track, has the horse at the heart, worked for us, and having a really clear under 40 strategy worked for us. We've had our largest attendance since 2018, 50% increase in kids 18 to 29, 53% of the public ticket sales were under 35. I won't go through all of this. Significant economic contribution, both in Victoria and Australia. And our broadcast audience numbers and video views were through the roof. These aren't just numbers, they are a wonderful indication that our industry is in great shape, but we must always balance history and tradition with our next generation of race fans. Thank you.